What's up, mobile gamers? It's Dronzer Gigs, and we're back with another skin showcase video. And today we're going to look at the highest alert mark skin. It's one of the ones from the Battle Pass, and I kind of wanted to show it to you guys because I know a lot of you guys maybe you don't have the money to buy the Battle Pass or anything, and I want to show you guys almost what you're missing in a sense. It's not necessarily like the craziest skin, and of course it is a blue skin, so it just kind of changes the general color scheme. So if you look at Mark now and then Mark with this skin, it just changes the overall color palette. But they are really cool skins, especially if you can't afford, you know, like this skin is glory points only, and then this one you have to buy, so it's like you get a lot of resources in the Battle Pass, and it's definitely worth the purchase. And I kind of wanted to talk about like why you should buy the Battle Pass, because this is one of the skins in it, and we're going to use it in the gameplay today. But overall, the Battle Pass is like what? I think $7. And I'll just show you guys my previous season. You'll see that I used this to level up 0 Kelvin, and then I also used it to level up Fade when I got him this season a little bit earlier. And you can see that we still have a good chunk of resources actually still available. Actually never even grabbed this skin, so maybe we'll do like a Battle Pass video. So the Crystal Storm shell skin will incorporate into it, but as you can see, I leveled up 2 heroes fully with this Battle Pass, and I still have plenty of resources. So I think the Battle Pass is definitely worth, you know, I think it's like $7 total. So this is the Battle Pass skin for Shell, and we're gonna switch her ultimate. She's actually right next to Mark, which I did not plan that. They're just kind of ranked similarly. So we'll go ahead and start off with, we'll start off with Mark, just because that's what the video was originally going to be about. We'll just hop into a game of Team Deathmatch. And I want to talk to you guys mostly about like what the Battle Pass is and why it's so important to get it, because I know a lot of people are like what we call pocket change players. So they maybe will spend like $5 to $10 here and there, but they don't have enough to just go and buy a $30 to $40 skin. Even though I'm always like, oh, you guys should get the skin because it has resources and stuff like that. And realistically, the truth is, if you're going to spend that much money and you can only do it maybe once, then what you really should do is get the monthly subscription and then the Battle Pass, because two monthly subscriptions, or like it's like 1.5, or it's somewhere around there. Once you get those monthly subscriptions up to 2, then you'll have enough for a full draw of one of those lucky draws. You can get all of it and the skin, and I think that that's honestly a better way to spend your money if you don't have a ton of money. I know, obviously, you know, I'm in college and got a job, so I don't always have the money, and I'm lucky to be a part of the creators network, so that every once in a while I get a few gems to tide me over, so that I don't have to be spending $70 a month. But I still pay for my skins from my own account, you know what I mean? So we're definitely dead here. I did not, they all 3, well 2 of them at least, peeked on us there, and looks like the Gloria is staying way back. She probably does not want to push since I just died so fast. And so yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to say, is that the lucky draws aren't necessarily the best way to spend your money if you don't have a lot to spare. And oh, we were so close to getting him, but it looks like this person actually had the shell skin we were going to show you guys, but she switched off. I think that the new changes have made it really difficult to play heroes, honestly, because they're like, oh, we want it to be more competitive and more even, and I think that that's ridiculous, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have a little bit more of an even playing field, but then if I get like 2 less kills and 3 more deaths, then we don't win. And I think that's kind of disheartening for people that maybe they don't get on all the time, and they're like, I don't want to grind and have to try super hard just to even break even. You'll see here that we can get this Hua Ling, but the hunter is really good, and so they kind of try to balance it out. And I'm not honestly a fan. You know, Atomic had to basically stop playing because he can't find any matches, and I think it makes the pub's experience, which is basically any game but ranked, it makes the pub's experience very stale and very grindy. It makes you feel like you have to try really hard just to even, you know, like, if I don't drop maybe 8 or 9 kills, 10 kills, we won't win this. Just because they're trying to make it more, you know, a little bit... Oh, she blossomed, okay. Yep. So, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of my matches have been, like, 1 to 2 kill differences. And if you're not, like, fully on point, getting every single kill you possibly can, then you just don't win. And it makes it a little tough because it's not that I don't want to try every once in a while when I get put with harder players. But, you know, if I'm only able to play, like it's testing week or something, like finals week, I only will be able to play when I'm trying to get content. And it's going to be very difficult, like, for me to, let's say I want to showcase a hero's ability or something. I have to make sure that I get a match where I don't have to, you know, I'm basically going to throw by sitting around looking at a skin. And it's a little disheartening for some of the people that don't have a lot of time on their hands. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't drop those 2 kills and then that 1 kill before, then we would already be, you know, we'd be like 3 or 4 kills behind them. And it's just a lot more difficult than I wish it was.
Sorry. Quadruple kill.
But, you know, I enjoy the game so much that I'm kind of trying to stick with it. You know, hopefully, I'm not very good, so I'm not going to have the problem that Atomic has, where he can't find a game. But you can see that just by me not getting kills, even if I'm just running around looking for an enemy, they are now tied with us when we were ahead by like 3. And so I think it makes it very difficult for... It makes it very difficult for people to come just drop into a game and, you know, they just want to play and they don't necessarily want to have to grind, and it makes it very disheartening for a lot of other players, as far as like the people that I've been talking to. And at least the Battle Pass does give you a lot of goodies to tide you over, because the Battle Pass is probably the one thing in the game that is priced the lowest but gives you the most out of that price range. So you'll see we're only 2 kills away.
Your team is about to win.
And the only reason we might get a win is because she had her ultimate and we just tied. So like, that is such a sweaty game. If you even look at just the games from before this on my account when we first started the YouTube channel, you know, like 8 and 5, if I wouldn't have gotten that, if I would have gotten 6 and 7 or 3 and 5, you know, all the kills and deaths are a lot more close, but you don't get any incentive to try because all of these trophies and stuff, you don't get anything. I got MVP in a draw, and so I get 2. You know, that's not going to help me rank up anybody. So we'll switch over to Shell here and show you guys this Battle Pass skin. But that's the reason I think the Battle Passes are really good, is because, you know, the game isn't necessarily going downhill, but I think it's taking a turn into an area where a lot of players are not really... They're not excited for what's going on, because you just saw the match. I mean, 17-17. And a lot of matches, if you are, you know, you're kind of doing good and your team's kind of doing good, it's just one team is usually a little bit better than the other team, and it culminates in a very different score. So if it was the old matchmaking and I only got 8 kills, what you would probably see is, it's going to be like 20 to 12. And that's going to be the difference in the scores that we each have. And so it's kind of disheartening for a lot of players that don't really have the time to get on and they don't want to grind. Like, I'm just trying to make content, I'm just trying to show you guys this skin. And let's say this is a lucky draw skin, and I sit in the back and I'm like, oh, this skin is so cool, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, I really like this, and here's the, the hollow spray, here's the banner, and I'm trying to show you guys this while I'm in the game so that you guys can see what it looks like. And in that amount of time, I'm basically going to automatically lose the match now, because it's just so sweaty. I think they should maybe implement this system into ranked for like those close matches, but I definitely do not think that this system is what we need, especially
3, 2,
and you'll see actually the enemies here, they all have some sort of like battle pass or recolor skin, which is really cool. So I think that I've been seeing a lot more of them lately. And we are... Oh, I didn't actually realize she was there. I probably wouldn't have come this way. I was just trying to flank. Anyway, so if you'll just like look at the score, it's 1-1. In a normal game, it'd probably be like 3-1. And the way that it goes through those emotions is just a little bit annoying, especially, we might actually see these guys beat us significantly. And so they're going to basically steamroll us because we did good enough in the last match that it's like, oh, you're a lot stronger than you were. So right now it's putting me at like a general level because my shell's really good. But if I were to jump into a match with like, say, Vincent or something like that, it's not going to put me with the same type of players because it's like an overall account rating for like how good you are. So, and obviously they are going to win probably because I'm kind of just talking to you guys, but I really want to hammer home the fact that I'm not really a fan of this matchmaking change, because let's say the new hero comes out and I want to play them. Well, I have never played that new hero, and it's basically going to be very difficult for me to actually play that hero at a consistent level because I've never played them before, and the game is matching me for an overall MMR. So I've got, like, let's say I've got a bunch of heroes that are level 26, and I pick out my level 14 hero. He's at glory level 14, my Vincent is. Well, it's going to put me in matches that are built for all those 26 heroes, because majority of the heroes I have are level 26. So you'll just, like, even just looking at this match, this is more of what I want, honestly. Like, I'd rather be beat like this so I can talk to you guys than I would, oh, every single game you play is always going to be a 1 to 2 kill difference, because at least now this game is going to go super fast, and the next match I will probably have an advantage over the team that I'm playing against. Or maybe I'll be matched with this guy, and this guy will have an advantage over the rest of the team that we just got matched against. And so I think it gives an opportunity to have different style of games instead of just all games are super, super similar on the level of players you face and their skill level. And it just kind of, I think that would be a better idea. We should have waited. She probably will blossom after this, but... And they are eating us up. We're getting a little bit closer, but this is more of the type of game that you usually see. And so you'll see that my overall MMR was pretty good with Mark, and so it put me into a harder match because they're like, oh, you did really good. And I haven't played Shell in I don't know how long, because she's a higher level and I'd like to play my lower level heroes. So it's giving me a match that it thinks I can handle because of my account, but I haven't actually played Shell in so long that it's a lot more lopsided than you would first think. And that's kind of my thoughts. I wanted to show you guys these skins because I think that the Battle Pass and the subscription system are the best ways for you guys to spend money if you're going to spend money. I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, this game is free, I'm not going to spend money. But, you know, if you want some resources, if you want to level up your heroes, this is the way to go. I mean, I already mentioned this, but I leveled up 2 heroes fully, and I still have 36 boxes on the end here, and like 200 power cores, a bunch of coins, you know, a bunch of rumble boxes here. You open one, and you're like, oh, cool, some coins. And normally, let's say I either have a bunch of heroes or I don't have any heroes, I have a better chance of getting these heroes. They'd be showing up at the bottom here below Vincent and Fade, and they'd show up there. And the Battle Pass gives you so many boxes and so many opportunities to level up the heroes you have and to get new ones that I just think you'd be crazy not to spend the little pocket change on the Battle Pass, especially when, if you want a skin and you want to look a little bit different than your typical Mark, this is how you do it. I mean, it's literally, it's a free skin, because if you look and you're like, oh, I would like to spend money and have it be worthwhile. Well, you're going to go to this Battle Pass and you're going to see this Fade skin, which is what tomorrow's video is going to be about. And you're going to be like, okay, how much would this be? Well, it's a legendary skin, a premium skin, right? So you buy the Battle Pass and you're essentially paying a smaller price for this skin, and then you get all of this. All of this is for you. You get all of this for like, what, $7-8? And like I said, most of this can not only get you heroes if you get the rumble boxes, but level them up as well, because these rumble boxes, when you open them, if you have a hero that needs to be like leveled up in their glory level and stuff like that, and you know, you get their passive or their second ultimate, those rumble boxes give you a way larger chance, because you're essentially going to give your whole account an overall boost in what you can open, all the resources you can get, and all the heroes you can get. And for it only to be like $7 is just crazy to me. Like, they could totally charge $15 for this and it would still be worth it. Like, it would still be worth the money, and it's only like $7 to get it started and get all of these rewards. And I mean, I'm not really a fan of this Lady Boss skin, but if you are, that's a automatic it's an automatic, you know, legendary or purple skin for a really cool hero. And then you got all these boxes and all these power cores and all these coins that you can get for only just a few bucks. And you don't actually have to, you know, you don't have to go and be like, oh, I really like this skin, I want to get it, but maybe you don't like the holo poster or the banner, and the skin's kind of meh, but you think, oh, I really need all these resources. Well, you can go to the Battle Pass, and for a fourth of the price, you can get a legendary skin, a new hero, enough resources to level up 2 heroes to full, not to mention all these boxes that can get you those passives and those power cores. Maybe if you run out and you have 3 heroes, and maybe if you're sitting with your heroes and you're like, I really want to get Sindri or, you know, Aletta, and you want to get them, the best way to do that is going to be to buy the Battle Pass. And if you look, especially in the premium section of the store, let's say $8. We'll be generous and say it's $8. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 or 7, but $8 will get you 165 gems, which is basically, that's not even enough for a blue skin from the shop, I don't think. And then you have, where are the rumble boxes? The rumble boxes are 60. You have like this value bundle that's 20 with 14 of those boxes, 2,500 coins, and the gems. And aside from the gems, you probably get the boxes and the coins in the same amount for the Battle Pass. And it's like super, super cheap compared to that. So I really like these skins. I think it gives people an incentive to buy the Battle Pass. And I think that the Battle Pass is honestly the best way to spend your money in the game. And I really like what they do with these skins. And I just wanted to make a video for you guys, giving you my thoughts on the matchmaking with some of my top heroes and how the Battle Pass can really help you to get skins and resources and stuff like that. And I think it's a really good way to spend your money. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. That's the gameplay. Sorry that we basically lost all of our matches. It was definitely a tough one. We got 1 draw and 1 loss, but that is the problem with the matchmaking right now. So really glad to still be bringing you guys videos, and hopefully we don't get some crazy MMR that means we have to stop playing. So enjoy the video. Have a good one.